Hey folks, it's Ardwulf. Welcome. We're going to do an unboxing today of something I've actually never dealt with before, and that is an issue of Against the Odds magazine. This is from, the company's not called, Connect Publishing Services, the name of the company. The game in this case is For Bloody Honor, a game about the Russian Civil War. So I see that we are, in fact, coming out of the shrink wrap a little bit. So the packaging for these, like I said, I've never owned any of these before, so I'll be very curious to see it on any number of levels. The packaging is fairly interesting. It is this sort of weird counter tray. I don't want to say weird, but it's got a built-in tray. Plastic lid. This plastic lid is quite heavy. I thought it was going to be super, super thin, and it's not. And then there's like a cardboard wrapper. This will remind you a lot, frankly, of the old SPI flats, except that it's like a standard US letter size rather than the large goofy size that SPI used. So we got the magazine, which we'll look at in a moment. So the state of wargame magazines is something that is of interest to me, so I've actually ordered an issue of Paper Wars as well, so that I can check that out. As aware as anybody, I guess, of, this is upside down, the state of the various decision magazines. So obviously we have Russia in a large area movement map, and there are some tracks along the outside. I don't know very much about this game, but as you may know from the recent videos, I have an interest in the topic, and it is possible to get the vast majority of the games on the topic that have ever been published for a reasonable amount of money, except for one, and maybe I'll talk about that one in the field survey video that's coming. So we have a standard sized wargame map. And then we have, oh, that's right. So this particular, there's a postcard game here too. Operation Cerebus, the Channel Dash, and there's a whole thing of parallel rules here. This is a postcard game. And then you get the bottom of the tray, which is this thing. I don't know how well this is going to store counters. Again, it's relatively heavy. It's not that super thin blow molded stuff that SPI used to use. All right, and then here we have, this is probably Operation Cerberus, I would think. And then here is our Russian Civil War stuff with reds and whites and in a variety of colors. So if you're very curious to see how this works, ooh, okay, that's intriguing. I guess if you have single-sided counters, there's no reason not to put, appropriate propaganda art on the back. That's kind of cool. Reminds me of like Flash Gordon, if anything. So that's kind of neat. The counter stock itself is a quite thick brown core stuff. So it feels pretty good. So there's our game components. Not all that elaborate, but it's a magazine game. So looking at the magazine itself, and I'm not going to go through it page by page, but it's a 48-page magazine, and just looking at, it's on a very nice heavy stock. Editor Andy Nunez, art director Mark Mahaffey, publisher and administrative C. Rawling. Okay, order of appearance, works in progress. This is from Against the Odds. And here is some American Expeditionary Force in North Russia. That's kind of cool. With a bibliography, which is awesome. Here's our Russian Civil War article. Maps are decent. Here's our game rules. We're not going to look at it in detail at these, except I will note that they appear to be about 12 pages. That does appear to be the case. Oh, and here's an index of leaders. That's actually kind of cool. Northwest Pakistan's collapse by Perry Moore. Okay, so the Lost Squadrons, a Black Cross Blue Sky supplement from Blue Sky Enterprises. I don't know anything about that. The end of the P500 system. Well, that ought to be interesting, and it's interesting that that should occur in by Micronella, no less. That is interesting that it should appear at this exact moment when people are, in fact, debating the merits of the P500 system as pioneered by GMT, but also utilized by it in slightly varying ways by a number of other publishers right now. So the wrap here is going to be an issue because it's going to just kind of dangle off the back end of the tray. So not sold on this packaging. It's interesting, I'll give you that. I didn't know I was getting it in the box. I would have been perfectly happy to just have it in the Ziploc bag. And you know, this may end up in it's going to end up in a literature mailer box because that's how I keep my magazine games. So might see what I can do with the packaging. So Against the Odds magazine. This is issue number 37. I didn't note that when I ordered it. For Bloody Honor, the Russian Civil War is the game. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you would like, please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon to get notified when new content comes out, and or click on the Patreon link in the video description. Thanks again for watching, and happy wargaming.